The storm arrived without warning, tearing through the lonely countryside like a wild animal. Rain lashed against the earth, wind bent the trees, and thunder rolled across the dark sky. In the middle of that violent night, a faint, desperate voice rose above the roar of the storm. It was weak, trembling, almost lost in the chaos. "Take me anywhere," the injured woman begged, barely able to stand as rain soaked her clothes and blood mixed with mud on the road. Her words were not a command but a plea filled with pain, fear, and the fragile hope that anyone might care enough to stop. Before we continue, take a moment to like this video, comment where you're watching from, share it with someone who believes in kindness, and subscribe to the channel if you believe that one small act of compassion can change a life forever. The rancher who heard that voice had spent most of his life in silence. His small wooden cabin stood far from the town, surrounded by fields and lonely dirt roads. He was a man who rarely spoke and rarely trusted strangers, but something about that desperate cry in the storm forced him to step outside. Through the sheets of rain, he saw her collapsing beside the road, her body trembling, her face pale with exhaustion and pain. Without asking questions, he rushed forward, lifting her carefully into his arms. She was lighter than he expected, fragile like someone who had been carrying invisible burdens for far too long. The cold wind cut through them as he carried her toward the warm glow of his cabin, unaware that this single moment of compassion was about to change both of their lives in ways neither of them could imagine. Inside the cabin, the fire crackled softly while the storm continued raging outside. The rancher cleaned her wounds with careful hands that had spent years working the land but rarely touching another person. As the night slowly passed, something strange happened in the quiet room.